Randall Cunningham in his 14th season out of UNLV. The big storyline for him was that he, a very much running quarterback, late in his career from Philadelphia, went over to the Minnesota Vikings along with Chris Carter as well. He became more of a pocket passer and less of a running quarterback. Second and inches, strong eye, it's a play action fake. Cunningham surveys, all short to time. He'll take off and run. Let's take a look at that speed across midfield. And he lowers his shoulder down to the 44 of New England, Rodney Harrison. And also, well, scratch that, Ellis Hobbs, who made the stop. Very easily could have saved a touchdown. That's a pickup of 27 yards. All right, Randall Cunningham, he ran for 132 yards the entire 1998 season. He ran for nearly a quarter of that on that play alone, and he puts the Vikings in prime position to break the scoreless tie. Of all scores, with 11:35 in the second, we are still deadlocked at 0. The pass over the middle is in and out of the hands of Robert Smith. Incomplete. These are two defenses very much underrated. The Patriots, as mentioned earlier, were 4th in the National Football League in total defense along with scoring defense. Also, the Vikings were one of the best third down groups defensively in the National Football League. We've seen it here today. 2nd and 10, Cunningham chucks it down the field, caught by Carter, and he tiptoes out of bounds. Gain of 23 yards from Cunningham to Carter, move the chains. Chris Carter, he is a wily old veteran. He was released by the Philadelphia Eagles along with Randall Cunningham, and he has developed a rapport with Cunningham and the Vikings. That is the longest reception of the ball game for Chris Carter. 1st and 10, Cunningham surveys, steps up and down he goes. Swarm to the backfield, and that was Jarvis Green along with Ty Warren to team up to bring down the quarterback, and a loss of 4. Now the Vikings and the Patriots, who would have thought? We've already seen 4 sacks thus far, 3 by that Patriots defense. And they have only allowed 2 plays of over 10 yards the entire half. One of them was on that play just 2 downs ago as he completed for 21 to Chris Carter. 2nd and 14, the first down make is at the 11. 5-step drop, Cunningham steps up and down he goes. Yet again the Patriots bring him down. Sack number 2 for Richard Seymour and 4 by that Patriots defense. And this Vikings offensive line is simply falling apart. The latest recipient of the sack was Richard Seymour, and the Vikings they've got to go a long ways away to convert this 3rd down. They're just 1 of 4. The first down make is at the 11. Cunningham surveys, takes a shot into the end zone, caught by Carter. Touchdown, Minnesota Vikings. Well, Cunningham, a long bomber, averaged 14 yards of completion back in 1998, and he finds his man Carter for 34 yards and a Minnesota touchdown as they break the scoreless tie. Carter with his first receiving touchdown here in the DSFL 3 Championship. Gary Anderson to tack on the PAT. He was perfect in the 1998 season and the regular season in field goals. And the kick is good. A 7-play, 80-yard drive, 2 receptions by Carter, and the Vikings score first. It all got started with a 23-yard reception there. Cunningham and Carter, a tremendous combination. Minnesota up 7-0 in the DSFL 3 Championship game. Well, the Patriots have had some great drives down the field. Brady has engineered quite a march here in this first half. Well, let's remember the 2 drives for the Patriots that entered enemy territory. The first was the interception by Torian Gray that ended the New England drive. And then the second turned out to be a disaster as they went backwards on 2 sacks by the Vikings. Minnesota leads 7-0. Welker returns from his own 5. And he's wrapped up and brought down to the 27-yard line. A return of 22. And the Patriots have some work to do, trailing 7-0. New England also is facing a pretty darn good 3rd down defense. Minnesota was allowing just 34% in the 1998 regular season on 3rd downs, and New England has started the ball game 0 for 2 in that category. 1st and 10, Brady fires to the sideline, and it's caught by Lawrence Maroney, but he's out of bounds, incomplete. All right, Tom Brady just 6 of 10 throwing the football, and even those 6 completions have, for the most part, been somewhat meaningless. They've been very short dink and dunk passes here in this first half. Brady hit as he throws, and that pass is incomplete. The Vikings are swarming to the quarterback, and the Patriots face a 3rd down and 10 here. New England is in danger of going 3 and out for the 2nd consecutive series. 3 wide set. We have yet to hear of Randy Moss. He's at the near side. Snap is back. Brady surveys, still looking, all sorts of time. Chucks it over to Welker, who makes a move, picks up the 1st down, and is spun to the turf after a gain of 21. Wes Welker, he's the old Mr. Reliable in that Patriots receiving corps, and he picks up a huge 3rd down. It's their first conversion of the ball game. The guys we have heard from catching the football in this half have not been Randy Moss. It's been Wes Welker, Benjamin Watson, and Lawrence Maroney. Those have been the top receiving targets for the Patriots this half. Handoff goes to Maroney, and he's brought down after a gain of 2. Tackle made by John Randall again. That'll be his 2nd. 2nd down and 8 here for the New England Patriots. They'll go 4 wide set, along with Randy Moss on the near hand side again. They have yet to go his way. Brady looking, steps up, hit as he throws, and finds a diving Watson, who makes the grab. Pickup of 21 yards. Corey Fuller saved the touchdown. All right, Benjamin Watson having a huge first half here from Canton, Ohio. The tight end for 21 yards. And he is certainly getting off to a big start here in this football game. 1st and 10. The Patriots began this drive at their own 27. Now at the Minnesota 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap goes to Brady. Steps up, throws over the middle. Caught by Jabbar Gaffney. And he's dropped after a 13-yard pickup. The 3rd first down on this drive. And the New England Patriots have worked their way into the red zone. Jabbar Gaffney is a guy that after you cover Randy Moss, cover Wes Welker, boy, he can sneak and make such a big impact. He had a career year. He was never the same again after 2007 when he had 36 catches for 449 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's got 2 catches today. Brady looking, throws over the middle, caught by Wes Welker, and he's dropped right near the 1st down. We'll see if he got it. Yes, he did. 1st and goal, New England. Yet again, another pinpoint pass from quarterback Tom Brady. Well, the Vikings fell short in the NFC Championship to the Atlanta Falcons. With their all-star offense, can they stop the Patriots from continuing the same storyline here? The handoff to Lawrence Maroney puts him down to the 2-yard line. Ed McDaniel, number 58, makes the tackle on defense. The Patriots and the Vikings, it was a defensive tussle early. You didn't expect that to continue, right? The New England Patriots counter going all the way down the football field. 2nd and goal from the 2. They've got 3 tight ends on the right-hand side. Snap is back, handoff to Maroney, who lunges into the end zone. Touchdown, New England Patriots. Now that capped off a 77-yard touchdown drive for the Patriots, and we are an extra point away from a tie ball game. Maroney, who was remarkable in the 2007 playoffs, he ran for 3 TDs in 3 postseason games. He picks up his 1st here at the DSFL 3 championship. The extra point by kicker Steven Gostowski, who was perfect on PATs in 2007, is up and good. 9 plays, 72 yards, took him over 4 minutes. And New England responds after the Vikings' first blow as they counter with a left hook. 7-7. We're all locked up with 5:30 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Brady, as we all know, he is a remarkable quarterback. In my opinion, the greatest quarterback of all time. He led the drive, 95 yards on 10 of 15 passing for the signal caller. Also, Maroney was pivotal on that march. He's got 34 yards on 7 carries. Orlando Thomas takes it from the goal line, and he is swarmed right at the 17. Teddy Bruschi brings him down. We have yet to see any sort of penalty in this game. It's been a clean battle throughout, back and forth, seesaw seesaw contest here between two of the top teams of all time. Delay handoff goes to Robert Smith, and the Patriots read that one like a book. A tackle for loss for Ty Warren in the Patriots defense. It's been anyone but really the guys that you pinpoint during the week. Ty Warren, the 5-year man out of Texas A&M, the guy who led the team in tackles, but really this defense was led by Vince Wilfork. Haven't heard too much of the defensive tackles. Been more Warren and Jarvis Green in this one. Deep drop. Cunningham hit as he throws, finds Robert Smith, but Vince Wilfork cleans up the mess. It's a loss of 6 for the Minnesota Vikings, who now face a 3rd and 17. Well, Minnesota is going the wrong way in a hurry. These sacks and these plays, this time Robert Smith, that have lost huge yardage, are beginning to cost the Vikings. 2 of 5 are Minnesota on 3rd down. They'll need the 27 to move the chains. Shotgun snap, Cunningham with pass rush coming, hit as he throws, finds Matthew Hatchett underneath, who makes the catch, but he's short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 8, and the Vikings go 3 and out. They'll have to punt with 4:13 to go. The New England Patriots were 4th in the NFL in yards per game allowed defensively, and they are coming to play in this game. The Patriots are starting to buckle down a bit on defense. Mitch Berger sends this one away. He hasn't been too effective punting the football, and that time it's a good punt. Fair catch made by Wes Welker, and no return. He'll give the Patriots their start at the 33-yard line. That was a punt of 48 yards, no return. Patriots and Vikings deadlocked at 7. Here with 3:40 left in the first half of the DSFL 3 championship. The single back handoff straight ahead to Lawrence Maroney, and he's wrestled down after a gain of 3. The current quarterback situation in favor of Randall Cunningham at the moment. Brady has his team in position to reclaim the lead. Cunningham, 13 of 16, 107 yards and a touchdown. Brady, not too shabby either. He's got 95 yards himself. 3:10 left and counting. The Patriots can be the last team to touch the football as they hope to reclaim the lead. Safety creeps up to the line. 4 down linemen, a nickel set as they'll bring 5. Brady checks it down on a screen pass to Maroney, but what an open field tackle made by Robert Griffith, number 24. That would have saved a potential 1st down as he makes the pinpoint stop, and that'll set up a 3rd and 6 here for New England. And at the moment, these defenses have come to play. As at the halftime break, these offensive coordinators are going to need to create some sort of a different game plan if they hope to open up the scoring here. This has been a somewhat disappointing offensive showing thus far. The pass to Kevin Falk, and he steps out of bounds. That's a gain of, well, scratch that, they'll actually lose 2. And the Patriots will have to punt. The Vikings have an opportunity here as we cross the 2-minute warning, an opportunity to be the last to touch it and take the lead. 7-7, Patriots and Vikings in the DSFL 3 championship game. Chris Hansen sends this one away, end over end kick, and that will go through the end zone for a touchback. 45-yard punt, no return. The Vikings have 80 yards to go for a touchdown and about, I'd say, 40 yards or so for makeable field goal range for a kid who can kick it all over the place. Number 1, Gary Anderson. He was perfect in the 1998 regular season. Shotgun snap goes to Cunningham. Hit as he throws. Finds Carter again, who's tripped up after the pickup of 12. Asante Samuel makes the tackle. And the Vikings, you can see it in the body language. They are a highly confident bunch on the offensive side. No Randy Moss, no problem. It's been Chris Carter with 3 catches tonight. And the Vikings are trying to work that clock a bit. We have just 90 seconds left. Minnesota, after the huddle, with a 1st and 10 at their own 31. Robert Smith, the running back, the left tip of Randall Cunningham. Deep drop, Cunningham hit as he throws, finds Smith, but the blocking simply was not there. 3-yard loss for the Vikings as Mike Wright makes the tackle. Boy, this has been they have to forget about. One drive by Minnesota, and that's it. It's been 3 and outs. It's been punts. It's been real anemic plays, and also sacks have plagued this Viking defense, or rather offensive group. 2nd and 13, deep drop. Cunningham finds his man Smith, who breaks a tackle and is upended at the 37-yard line. Rodney Harrison makes the tackle, and the Vikings will burn their first timeout of the first half. Third down and 5 coming up here for the Vikings. An interesting decision to call their timeout. If they don't make this, the Patriots may want to call a timeout. Snap is back, Cunningham over the middle. No decision needed as the Vikings will burn their second clock stoppage after a pickup of 12. Chris Carter has been the go-to man in this half catching the football. He has had the better of both Asante Samuel and Ellis Hobbs in the defensive backfield. 1st and 10, the Vikings can really open up the playbook now as we are locked up at 7 with 30 seconds left in the DSFL 3 championship of the first half. Safety blitz and Cunningham goes down. Brought down by Rodney Harrison, a loss of 7, the 6th sack of the first half by that New England Patriots defense, as they have been tenacious, they have been unrelenting getting to the quarterback in the first 30 minutes. The Vikings are letting that clock wind. Minnesota and New England, a battle of the two teams that were the best to not win the Super Bowl. Cunningham is sacked again. That is sack number 7, and a very much fortuitous end to the first half for a struggling Vikings offense, as Minnesota and New England are deadlocked at 7. 30 minutes to go to decide the greatest team to never win the Super Bowl. It all got started with the Vikings' long drive. An 80-yard march. Chris Carter found the end zone, and Lawrence Maroney responded. It's one heck of a football game. The second half from Canton, Ohio is coming up next. The 2007 New England Patriots, the 1998 Minnesota Vikings. This is the DSFL 3 championship game, the battle of the two greatest teams to never win the Super Bowl. The Patriots went 18-0 before they lost to the Giants 17-14 in Super Bowl 42. Patriots and Vikings. New England has the football at their own 23 to begin the second half. And it all got started with an 80-yard touchdown drive late in the second quarter, as Randall Cunningham found Chris Carter for a big touchdown to give the Vikings the first score of the ballgame. Then on the very ensuing possession for the New England Patriots, they went 77 yards, and they capped off the march with a Lawrence Maroney touchdown, and that's where we stand. It's been a defensive ballgame. Hand off to Lawrence Maroney, who weaves his way to the 31-yard line. Only his 9th carry of the ballgame. It's been mostly Tom Brady, and mostly the Patriots have had to play defense in the first half. Lawrence Maroney, he averaged 4.5 yards per carry in the regular season and also 6 touchdowns. But after the 2007 campaign, he would only play 3 more years in the NFL and was never as effective as the 2007 season. Hand off to Maroney, and he's got enough for a New England Patriots first down, as Maroney is running behind the Pro Bowlers Logan Mankins, Dan Coppin, and Matt Light. All 3 of those linemen are paving the way for a very strong showing running the football today for the New England Patriots. They've got a first down. They have led that category by a mile. First down and 10. Patriots continue this drive at their own 34. 3 wide set as the crowd comes up to his collective feet to root on the defense. Single back handoff to Lawrence Maroney. He won't get very far that time as he's wrapped up and brought down after a pickup of 2. And the Vikings, known a heck of a lot more for their run defense than their ability to stop the pass. Tony Williams, Derek Alexander, and John Randall were 3 guys that can not only stop the run but also get after the quarterback, bringing down him for sacks. Pass complete to Stallworth, 1 man to beat, and he's brought down by the shoe tops as Robert Griffith saves a touchdown. That's a pickup of Brady to Stallworth of 37 yards. Move those chains. We still have yet to hear of Randy Moss. That time, Dante Stallworth, somewhat of a head case. He was all over the National Football League, played with 6 teams in 11 seasons. He makes a big play there to move the chains. Handoff to Maroney. Griffith yet again in the mix after the gain of 5.